Coming up, we're giving our review of Ohana.
And just so you know, we ate this about 2 months ago, and I'm still full. Hey everybody, welcome back to Eye to Eye Disney Through Our Eyes. I'm Kyle.
And I'm Jessica.
And for this edition of our Disney Parks videos, we're going to be talking about Ohana.
Favorite place.
The best place. Honestly, I could go to Disney World, go to Ohana, and that'd be it, and I'd be fine.
I think honestly, it would be worth the 8-hour drive. It really would be.
I would pay. We're going to tell you how much we paid at the end of all this, as well as what we loved, all the good food stuff.
The positive things.
The positive things. But here's the thing: is you and I go back and forth about this. The price is very high.
It's steep for us,
but it's worth every penny. And I would say for that, I'd pay $200. I'm not going to tell you how much we paid, but I would pay $200 for it.
Don't let Ohana know that. They'll start charging that much.
Actually, yes. Disney, you didn't hear that. Nobody pay attention to that whatsoever. All right.
Okay.
Let's stop digging that hole.
Let's talk about our meal.
Let's start digging in to Ohana.
I'm so hungry just thinking about it.
So, first of all, hold on.
Okay.
I'm trying to slow things down here a little bit. It's at the Polynesian Resort.
So
upstairs. You can smell.
Oh my god.
And they have a breakfast too. So we're doing dinner right now.
They have a breakfast.
They have a breakfast too. So
why have we never been?
Do you really want to miss out on dinner?
We might need to try the Ohana breakfast.
We might have to go try
What if it's
breakfast.
just as good and a little bit cheaper? And then you got all day to work it off.
That is true, but then I get to go to bed happy at dinner time, you know.
Yeah, but my stomach hurts so bad that night because I ate so much food. I don't think I slept.
I think I was a little bit sick. I was actually sick when we left Ohana because I ate so much, trying to make the most of, you know, how much we paid for it.
All right, so let's talk about when you first get there.
All right, so you walk upstairs, you smell everything, and then they greet you. They give you a little pager, and they greet you and say, you know, welcome, you're Ohana now. And then they kind of show you the kitchen area. They bring you out probably one of your favorite things that they have, which is
the pineapple coconut bread.
Which is amazing. You would think, as picky an eater as I am, when you throw like coconut and pineapple together.
That Kyle would say, heck no.
Nope, but it is yes, 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 yes. I would eat this every day and twice on Sunday.
But the problem is, you can't eat very much of it because that's just the beginning of your ridiculously large dinner. So you can only get a little taste of it, even though they bring you a whole loaf and you feel so wasteful.
Let's just say this is our second time doing Ohana. We were a lot smarter with this. So
Were we?
Yeah, we were, because we ate the whole thing last time. This time...
Well, the last time there were 4 of us, to be fair.
But still, we were smarter and kind of portioned ourselves out so we could have at least a little bit of everything. I don't think we finished the whole thing.
No.
That's how much food you get. But the pineapple coconut bread, so good. It's just like the perfect thing to start off with. It gets you in the Polynesian feel.
Yes.
So the dining room when you walk in is it's family style. So there's just
jam-packed.
Literally families everywhere.
Crammed right next to somebody else. Like there's just enough space for the waitress or waiter to walk past you, and that's it. I mean, you can hear everything they're saying. They can hear everything you're saying, and it's awesome.
So here's the thing I'll recommend too. I think you will have a great experience no matter when you go to Ohana. Obviously for the food, but for the atmosphere type of thing. But here's a pro tip right now. Pro tip. If you can go at nighttime, not just at nighttime, but when the fireworks are going to go off.
That's when you need to go.
So this time we were lucky enough to actually be in the big window area.
Yes.
But we were further in the back, further away from the windows, but we had the perfect setup.
Everything.
And it was for the Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party fireworks.
Which we didn't go to this year. So it was perfect that we got to see the fireworks. And they play the music in the restaurant so that you feel like you're really there.
Like, if this could get any better, it was just that. Being able to watch. And we were awkward and sat on the same side of the table.
So that we could both see the fireworks.
The whole time. And
but so did everybody else in the restaurant. Okay.
That's what I felt good.
Moving back to
other
the
thing, atmosphere-wise, because the whole experience is the ukulele player. When you get in there and he's just playing the whole time, I'm just like, you know what? Just take me right now.
You honestly feel like you're on drugs or something. Like it smells good. It's calming. It's like they popped a bunch of Xanaxes in your water and you're just like, oh.
That's an interesting analogy for that.
I'm just saying, like, you feel so relaxed. Like, literally anything could happen in the restaurant. And you'd be like, okay, pass the shrimp.
So we've covered the atmosphere, what they start you with the bread, and then they actually bring you out the appetizers. We've already had the starter. The appetizers are going to be mixed green salad with try to pronounce that one.
Nope, I was hoping you could do it. Some kind of dressing.
Likioi dressing is basically, I think she described it as a passion fruit dressing.
Yeah, it's not my favorite.
I love it. So good. I hate
really
salad
sweet.
and green things, but I love me some of this passion fruit
Needless
thing.
to say, I didn't eat the salad.
It was so
I
good.
tried to get the leaves that didn't have the dressing on it.
Oh man, I love that. I could have taken every. It's like Olive Garden dressing and then Likioi, whatever this is.
You're making it sound so disgusting.
Bad, but it's really good. I promise. The true appetizers, which
so then you get this huge
I'm so hungry.
It's almost like a walk. It's a really shallow walk. Like it's big. And they bring you the pork dumplings tossed in garlic and ginger sauce. Then on the side you get a peanut sauce and a sweet and sour sauce that you can dip them in.
Mm-hmm.
In the same walk, you get the honey coriander chicken wings, which were huge and are so good.
Yep.
But you can dip in the same sauces. Also get the noodles tossed with teriyaki sauce and fresh vegetables, my personal favorite, and a side of stir-fried vegetables.
We haven't even got to the entrees yet.
Nope.
Like this.
That's all just like your appetizers.
I could have eaten all this and been fine.
Oh my gosh, yes.
So, okay, try out of all that stuff that you start off with, let's leave the coconut bread out of it because that's its own thing. But those 4 things, you get it all in this giant wok serving tray, family style. What if you had to pick one? That's all you can have. Which are you going to take?
So I know when I was reading through it, I said that the noodles with teriyaki sauce were my favorite. Actually, I lied. I'm picking the pork dumplings.
They're very good.
Those were awesome, and I had to keep limiting myself to just one, and then I ate another one, and I regretted it because I wanted more of the skewers. So I don't know. Everything was really, really good, but I'm going to go with the pork dumplings.
So if you had asked me this after our first trip to Ohana, I would have said the dumplings with you. This time, I really enjoyed the chicken wings this time. And I'm not a big chicken wing connoisseur. I like them, but, these are not boneless, so these are bone. You got to eat it off there.
Boneless chicken wings, just a chicken nugget.
It basically is. But for some reason, this time, they were just so much better. And I love the noodles with teriyaki sauce. I love the salad. I love the stir-fried vegetables, except the mushrooms.
Oh, that was my favorite.
The one time that you can get me to look past their mushrooms mixed in with my food is at Ohana. I chose to go to my happy place, which I was in, and look past it.
I was so glad that they had the vegetables. I do feel like we got more vegetables on this go-around than we did the first time we were there. And maybe it's just the first time we went, we sat in a really dark area. So honestly, we couldn't see what we were eating. Not that it mattered because we loved it. Mm-hmm. But this time we could actually see our food. But throughout the course, as you're getting fuller and fuller, it was kind of nice to be able to eat some vegetables and almost cleanse the palate, make you feel everything's not so heavy. So
after you tried not to eat too much of the bread, after you tried not to eat some of everything else,
which is so wonderful.
Then from their wood fire grill, they bring over on skewers to you.
Oh, what?
Skewers to you from their. Just go ahead. I can't even get past it. You tell them. You tell them.
Your waitress or waiter brings around these massive skewers. Massive! They could literally take somebody's eye out. And they just come around with whatever they have hot and fresh. So I think our first one was steak, actually.
It was this year.
And
that was a mistake. You see what I did there? I didn't mean to do it.
It was not a mistake. It was wonderful steak. And she literally comes by and she's got her fork and she's like, whoosh. So it gives you 6 or 8 huge hunks of steak. And these things are, like you said, they're on the oak, what do you call it? The oak fire.
Oak fire grill.
Served on the skewers. And you're supposed to dip them in the sauces.
I did.
I'm not a sauce person. He is. So
the sauces are good, but if I had to do without one thing, it would be the sauces. Because I could have just...
I'm a purist. The meat was...
So here's the thing about this. Pro tip as well, and this depends a lot on who your server is. Both our servers we had were great, and the lady we had this time was very, she was very attentive. She was attentive, but not overly attentive. Yes. So we appreciated that. And she actually the pro tip is if you only want 4 pieces, make sure you say 2 because they will purposely give you more off the skewer. Yeah. She listened, and when we said maybe 2 or 3, she gave us maybe 4 at most. She just kind of reached and got what she could in that area. But some of them will just load you up, and then you feel bad.
You feel guilty because you can't eat it. And
all this wonderful food is sitting right here in front of you. I got to eat it.
And you don't get to-go boxes, so whatever you waste, you just waste. So then you feel really guilty.
I'll tell you where the good-to-go box was in my stomach right there that night.
So, okay, moving on. So that was just the steak. And the steak, it was honestly... So some of the pieces were medium. Some of the pieces were medium rare.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're getting, so you just kind of have to be okay with it. And Kyle likes his steaks a little more cooked than that.
But not for here.
But he was okay with it.
Here I ate way, and I think that was my problem, is I ate way too much steak this time because it was so good. And then you get the
chicken.
The chicken's good.
The chicken this time was way better than the first time. So it's just, it's just the sweet and sour chicken. Mm-hmm. But it was awesome this time. It was cooked to perfection. It's so juicy. It was awesome. But at the same time, I didn't want to waste my time on chicken. I can cook chicken at home. Not this good, but I can cook chicken. I can't cook steak at home. I'm not a chef.
And then peel, what is it? Is it peel and eat shrimp?
Peel and eat shrimp. So you have to work for the shrimp, but it's worth it because these shrimp are, oh my gosh, they are this big. Like they're the biggest shrimp you've ever seen. Ever.
So here's what we're going to keep doing.
They're like baby lobsters.
We're going to keep calling ourselves pros. We're not, but we're just pretend we are. Pro tip here. I would recommend this ratio. For every one piece of steak that you eat at least 2 of the other, or you won't get to enjoy them as much. That was my problem.
You mean 2 shrimp?
2 shrimp and 2 chicken. So I think you go steak, 2 chicken, 2... It depends on what you want to eat. If you just eat what you want to.
I'm the opposite.
But for me, the steak is so filling. I think that's what got myself sick this time. I wasn't sick, but I walked out of there... Full. Like literally with a food baby, and I just went out to the beach at the Polynesian and just staggered around like food drunk, because I just could, and I don't drink, and so it's just like I looked like I was high or something like that, and I was. I'm telling you,
they spiked our beverages with Xanax.
I don't know what they did, but I ate way too much that night. So if you had to pick one out of your 2 experiences, one that you can only have out of the skewer stuff, what is it?
Shrimp. That shrimp is.
I don't know.
Perfect. It was perfect. Every single piece. It was very easy to peel. There weren't any veins in it. It was cooked to perfection. Now that was the one that I liked in the sauce.
Yeah, that was good.
And you can eat a heck ton of shrimp and not feel like you're getting so full. And so I would eat some shrimp and then I'd mix it with the stir fry noodles, or I'd eat some shrimp and mix it with the vegetables. And
keep in mind, we're trying to eat some more of the other things while this is going on too.
Because they just keep coming. Like your plate gets kind of empty and they're like, whoosh, here's 15 more pieces of chicken. I mean,
if I had to pick something, and let me just say this, please, I know this sounds weird, most people assume guys are big steak eaters. I am not, but if I had, this is the one place I'm excited to eat steak, so this is going to be it. And that's weird for me, with it being medium rare, a little bit closer to rare in some cases, But
no, medium rare was the rarest.
No more red than I wanted it to be.
Most of it was medium, but some of those end pieces we were like, ooh.
But if I'm going to have steak, this is where I want to have it. So I will say the steak is the best. But just for my pro tip, for every one piece of steak, you need to try the others in a multiple of 2. Or else you won't get to enjoy them.
Do you remember the guy we sat by?
He told the waitress, he said, you don't have to bring me any of their stuff. I just want the steak.
Literally told her, don't bring me the appetizers, don't bring me the bread, don't bring anything except water and steak. And he said one time he went and ate what did he say, 52 ounces worth of steak.
I just can't even.
And this was a small man. He was not very large. He was your size.
He was a lot larger after that.
Thin framed. I was like, whoa. Anywho, moving on. So we've had our fill. I mean, we are dying. And then they bring out dessert. So for adults, the dessert is the Ohana bread pudding, which is that pineapple coconut bread.
So bread at the beginning, bread at the end.
Which is the perfect way. It's like a sandwich. Then it's served a la mode, of course, with bananas and caramel sauce. And now I did not like this time. Our waitress literally took the caramel and annihilated our bread pudding. I
love that this time.
I love caramel, but that was too much. I just like a little drizzling. I mean, when I tell you she annihilated it, this was 16 ounces of caramel on a small piece of bread, and she just walloped everything. And it was hot, so the ice cream, the one thing that I was looking forward to, was then just all melted because I needed a palate cleanser. And ice cream's cold and plain.
By that point, the warm bread, the warm caramel on top, it's it sandwiched the cool ice cream into it. So when it all
your ice cream is like milk,
but it mixed into everything so good, and it was the perfect I was so in a wall of meat at that point that I needed something to break through that wall,
the meat sweats.
To go through it, and I did that. And then I realized quickly that I was going to have problems after that because I had eaten so much of the other stuff. And then I tried to fill up myself because that's the biggest issue here is that they give you so much, especially for 2 people. You feel bad leaving it because you know you're paying money for it.
Yep. And you know you can't take it with you, which I'm sorry, but I think is dumb. I think they should give you a to-go box for your appetizers. I agree. No meat. No, nothing else but the appetizers and the breads. Because you get those no matter what. The bread
at least. You could at least, you know what? We should just fold it up in a napkin and
I'm not even going to lie. I seriously thought about it.
Should have done it.
But then I was like, it's not worth getting kicked out of Ohana forever for that.
So we didn't try it for dessert, but just so you guys know that are maybe watching who have kids, they do have a different dessert for kids, which is brownie with marshmallow topping and M&Ms, which sounds good too, but I'll take the bread pudding. Yeah. And I love brownies. So
now, another pro tip. So
pro tips everywhere.
I'm just saying, this is my pro tip. You may disagree, but you get a drink. It comes with your meal. You know, a soda, tea. I don't know that they had tea, actually. Lemonade, something.
But general in the park drinks.
My pro tip is don't get a carbonated beverage. You want to get lemonade, tea, or water.
Get what you want.
Because, no, I'm just saying, the carbonated beverage is going to expand in your stomach, and you're not going to have room for food. Go little, get something small, it's okay, and barely drink it. Like, you better be on the brink of death before you take a sip, because you want to fill your stomach with food, people, not drinks.
So the big question you're all wondering, the grand total. It's quite steep. For a dinner at Ohana, we don't have the breakfast totals here, but you're going to pay a set price per person when you come. And we're just going to give you for 2 adults. It is $110.76 with tax.
So it's $52 a person.
Yes, then counting tax and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Do you think the value, like we already kind of alluded to it, but truly, do you think the value, what you paid and what you got is worth it?
Sadly, yes. It breaks my heart to say that it's
I would
worth
pay
$52.
I would pay $200 for this meal.
Shut up! Seriously, that's the second time you said that, Kyle. If Ohana's prices go up, I'm seriously blaming you.
But we'll still eat it, won't we?
No, we won't! We cannot afford $200 a person. That's insane. We're not going to Victoria and Albert's. This is a place where people wear blue jeans. Jeez.
Oh my goodness, y'all. Ohana. So if we were going to rate this on a scale of 1 to 5, I mean, is there even a question of what it's going to be?
No. I mean, seriously, 5. It's off the charts.
It's like a 6, a 7. That's a 10 out of a scale of 5. I don't.
Like, what would we even rate? Like bread puddings?
Bread puddings.
Meat skewers?
We don't have to do
shrimps?
the movie rankings.
Like, it's
you
a 5
get
out of
5
5
shrimps, 5 steaks, and you get 5 chickens. So you get a 15.
5 out of 5 all day, every day. Both times we've gone. The food has been fantastic.
Best dining experience on Disney World property.
Absolutely.
Hands down. And we haven't tried them all yet, but for now, it will stay at the top until it's proven wrong.
Yeah.
So what we want to know from you guys in the comment section below. A, have you been to Ohana and what do you think about it? If you haven't, what's holding you back? Is it the price?
Seriously.
Let's just talk about Ohana in the comment section and let's just in fact, I want to know what your favorite thing from it is.
So
meats, dessert, breads,
appetizers,
atmosphere. Just let me know about it in the comment section below before I have a heart attack. What else should they do?
If you haven't already, please be sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and you can check us out on Facebook and Twitter.
Way too excited about Ohana.
We're such fatties.
That's all we have for you in this edition of I2I. Until we assemble again.
May the force be with you.
And we'll see you real soon.
Bye.
I'm going to cut that part out because y'all can never know what I just got on camera.
We should do something like we're full of.
God, no. Did you just make that joke? You did not just make that joke. Oh, gosh.
Okay.
No, don't. Thank you. Just be normal voice.
Well, that's not normal.